Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. XRP alert, this coming from Egg Crypto here on Twitter. Lowest RSI in history, guys, on the XRP chart. This is what we're witnessing right now. Check out the chart below. It's based on the monthly time frame, and the RSI is at its lowest ever in XRP history. If this isn't a positive signal, I do not know what is. The RSI curvature is turning upward, and we have a long road ahead to 70 and even above 80. So check this out. Monthly level, guys, this is where we've seen the lows, and we are crossing over that low right in and around here, the lowest RSI in XRP history. We have actually gone below that level, so 38.02. Now we've gone below that level, and guys, in the past, back in 2021, when XRP did see a $2 price point, we did go up to between 48 and 52 on the RSI, and that's actually not that high compared to what the rest of the crypto market was doing. But back in 2017 and early 2018, check that out, we were at 78. So we can treat RSI kind of like a level of support here. And now the charts are saying that, guys, we have been seeing pent-up demand for XRP for a very long time now. I mean, this is now bordering on 2 years almost. Yeah, 2 years. June the 13th, 2022 is when we saw the bottom for that XRP price chart, and we were trading in and around 28.8. 29 cents for all intents and purposes. And now, guys, we're trading up here. We're trading in and around 53 cents. So we've made significant gains since June of 2022. And I know you guys are probably laughing, saying, yeah, significant gains, 85%. That's crap, Working Money Channel. Well, it's not the best, but this is not the end, guys. This is just the beginning of what we're going to see for the XRP trend moving forward. So greed now is at 63. We've been wavering back and forth when it comes to greed and fear, but we're not really moving too much from that 60, mid 60s in and around there. The market cap is at 2.56 trillion, so that's down just by a little bit. 24-hour volume, that's also down by a little bit. We haven't really seen too much in terms of movement. With the general crypto market, Bitcoin hasn't really been moving too much. Dominance is kind of vacillating too. We were down in around 52. Now we're at 52.3%. And so going back to the RSI on XRP for a second here, guys, this is a bit of a snapshot into what we are to expect next. RSI, for those of you guys who do not know, is Relative Strength Index. So it is an indicator, a momentum indicator used in technical analysis. RSI measures the speed and magnitude of a security's recent price change to evaluate overvalued or undervalued conditions in the price of that security. So they're talking about it here in terms of stocks, but we can obviously look at it too in terms of cryptocurrencies. So, when we're looking at the overvalued cryptocurrencies versus undervalued cryptocurrencies, XRP is as undervalued as it ever has been in its history of trading here, at least as of 2014. Or they have levels here from 2014 onward. I know XRP has been trading on the market since before then, but this chart only gives us information from mid-2014. So wanted to thank Egg Crypto there for pointing that out. Looking at XRP compared to Bitcoin as well, I think the story also paints a very interesting picture. We will go higher than most expect. This coming from Anonymex here on Twitter. Get ready for a God candle. So how high are we going to go? Well, let's talk a little bit about that. Bitcoin here on the, I got Bitcoin here on the weekly. Bitcoin is, for all intents and purposes, the leader. And so we've got to follow what Bitcoin's doing first. Bitcoin on the weekly, this week is looking, fairly indecisive. Bitcoin here just, trading in and around this range. We're not getting too much information here on the weekly, but if I zoom in a little bit on the daily, you guys can see this is the daily chart, and we've just been vacillating up and down. We haven't really been coming too far down after this rally that we started to see back in mid-May. Now it is nearing the end of May, and we have seen a bit of a retracement, but albeit not by much. Bitcoin right now, as of the time of this recording, is trading in around 67,800. So these are the levels that we've been toying with for quite a while now. We've crossed into this zone many times, and now we're just waiting for that next push to the upside. How many days, months, weeks, how long is it going to take? That's a very good question still. Historically, the summer has been generally flat. We've already seen a lot of flat movement for Bitcoin. However, that's not to say that this summer is going to be flat. We have experienced summers too where the crypto market has rallied. So I guess time will tell. The XRP surge, though, guys, could be helped along with that volume that we're going to see in the crypto space, the volume that could, in fact, trigger the real-world utility. And we're seeing the XRPL is on its way, guys. The latest Masari Crypto report did come out for the XRP Ledger Q1. Basically, what this report is stating here, here are just some of the key takeaways here. Payments have increased on the XRP Ledger 350% quarter over quarter to 2 million per day due to inscriptions. This activity began in late Q4 and cooled down by the end of Q1. The AMM did go live, so that was another big announcement, a big update there for the XRP Ledger at the end of the quarter, while DEX volumes on the CLOB increased 41% quarter over quarter. And now we've got the USD pegged stablecoin announcement, so that is also going to be something very interesting that we're going to see develop shortly on the XRP Ledger. The Axelar bridge integration, a new stablecoin that can serve as liquidity catalysts for the new AMM, and upcoming tokenized assets from RWA projects like Zionix, that was also announced. And Ripple 2.0 was released in January. It proposed amendments for a cross-chain bridge, the XLS38, DID, XLS40, and 2 other amendments for the community to vote on. So guys, those are the biggest updates here. I will link this in the description of the video if you guys want to read more information. If you want to go more in depth on that, I do link all the resources in the description of every video I do for full transparency and so that you guys can refer to these later if you want. The Bitcoin therapist here posting this, Pompliano was on Fox Business again, explaining the state of cryptocurrencies, and now that Ethereum ETFs are going to be greenlit, well, what does that mean for crypto and how does he feel about it? Listen to this.
All right, move over Bitcoin. Here comes Ethereum. That's right. In the past month, Ethereum has rallied more than 17% versus 6.5% for Bitcoin. The question is what's driving it and where does it go from here? Had to bring in Pomp Investments investor Anthony Pompliano. And Pomp, what the heck is going on now? By the way, I did read, I think it was last week, you had a headline. It sounded a little ominous about these Ethereum ETFs. Are you a fan or not?
Well, I think that Wall Street's just woken up to the fact that they can make money in this sector now, right? If you look back 3, 4, 5 years ago, they were all saying, we don't like Bitcoin, we don't like crypto. Right. Now they realize there's profits here. And so they're going to continue to push not only to get the Bitcoin ETFs, Ethereum ETFs, but they're going to try to go through this full stack. And the question is, what will regulators allow? How many are they going to approve? How many coins are going to be on Wall Street by the end of this year?
Yeah, I mean, so it sounds like you don't want too many. You don't want some of the lower end coins. Well,
just think Bitcoin, I think, is this unique thing that has a very clean story, right? It's a store of value. When you get into these other things, they're technology platforms. So now you start talking about what's the difference between Facebook, Amazon, Google, et cetera. They're all competing for different kind of aspects of the consumer. And so I think when you look at Ethereum, Solana, and many others, they're tech platforms competing with each other. And so the story just isn't as clean as Bitcoin exclusively.
Something else has changed here in the last 2 or 3 weeks. Former President Trump has really been like, hey, I'm down. I like Bitcoin. And I feel like a lot of Democrats, not necessarily the president himself, but a lot of Democrats are starting to change their tune a little bit, maybe fearful of losing that young vote.
There's 50 plus million Americans that hold these assets. And so if you're going to basically concede the fact that the Republican Party is going to be pro-crypto and you're going to take an anti-crypto stance, you can kiss those 50 million votes goodbye, most likely. People for centuries have been voting with their pocket. Who is best for what I can do financially? And crypto is just the latest manifestation of that. And so I think that Trump really changed the game. He forced the hand of politicians on both sides of the aisle. If you don't embrace this, you are now setting yourself up to be in the crosshairs of these crypto voters. And I think that people finally realize not only are they passionate, it's a large group, and they're willing to go out to the ballot box, and that's going to change how politicians treat this asset class.
Got less than 30 seconds ago. Speaking of adoption, another company is making this their key treasury asset.
Look, Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy pioneered this. There's now, 5 different companies around the world that I'm aware of. I always say that 1 does it, it's a dot. 2, it's a line. 3, it's a trend. And so I think that we're going to see many, many more do this over the coming years.
That's a good one. It is becoming a trend, guys. As Pompliano was saying, another company just announced that they are adopting Bitcoin as their treasury reserve asset. So he was talking about Semler here. Semler Scientific announces Bitcoin treasury strategy. They are a pioneer in developing and marketing technology products and services to healthcare providers to combat chronic diseases. They just announced today that its board of directors has adopted Bitcoin as its primary treasury reserve asset. So this is making waves on Wall Street. As Anthony Pompliano says here, they're waking up to the fact that they can make big money in cryptocurrencies. And, Bitcoin was just kind of the first thing. And, we saw companies getting into it as almost like, it feels like maybe it was still a bit of a novelty even a few months ago. Now that Ethereum ETFs are going to be greenlit, now I think, I do think much of Wall Street is going to look at this and be like, okay, so it's not just Bitcoin. This is actually a thing. There are other cryptocurrencies that we should be paying attention to, that we should take seriously. And as Anthony Pompliano says here, they could go through the whole stack. I mean, Solana could be next. XRP doesn't mention XRP, but we have been hearing rumblings that XRP could be next. So because of what we're seeing now, guys, we should get prepared and we should be really excited for this price action to start moving. If you guys are interested in what I'm trading this bull run, you can find me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. I have opened up my portfolio for everybody to see. You can see what I'm trading, guys, how much money I've put into these altcoins and at what prices I bought into as well. Some of these coins I bought a year ago. Some of them I bought a month ago. So there is still opportunity there. Patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. It is only $5 a month for those of you guys interested. It's no coincidence, though, that Wall Street is getting in as we're seeing the crypto regs become clearer. Even representatives of the House like French Hill are coming out discussing the differences between CBDCs and stablecoins. Boy, is there a difference? And I think that, even though you and I might understand the difference between these things, the general public still doesn't. And so I'm happy to see that, government officials, politicians are realizing, okay, we need to differentiate between the two. Listen to this.
As we look at the future of the internet, Web3 and blockchain, he also said that he was not supportive of a U.S. central bank digital currency, which I think is a good position. I prefer the private sector leading in payments, and that's why we're still working on a payment stablecoin bill that will let the private sector here lead in that manner on a dollar-backed payment stablecoin.
And I got to say, I think Ripple and maybe one or two others will be the leader in that realm. A U.S.-backed stablecoin made for Americans that will be used by Americans that will not be a central bank digital currency. So he was talking about Trump. I know he did not say it in the clip, but the reference was to Donald Trump, who came out and said, there is not going to be a CBDC, not under my watch. Anyway, wanted to thank XRP Drops for pointing that out. Now, Eleanor Turret, guys, posting this. Ripple is donating $25 million to a crypto super PAC. They're leading the political push with the second $25 million donation to crypto super PAC. Its political push is part of a wider industry-led effort to make crypto voices heard in the upcoming November election. So digital payments company Ripple is using its deep pockets to double down on efforts to pack Congress with pro-crypto politicians this election cycle. On Wednesday morning, Ripple did announce $25 million, and that donation is going to Fairshake, a crypto-focused super political action committee funded by industry titans that supports both Democratic and Republican congressional candidates in favor of crypto innovation in the United States. This is Ripple's second $25 million donation, making it the super PAC's largest donor and swelling the crypto industry's war chest to over $110 million. Here's a quote. Our contributions to Fairshake are just one of the many ways Ripple will actively invest in educating voters on the role crypto will play in the future and the dangers of the anti-crypto stance some policymakers are clinging to in Washington. That was coming from Brad Garlinghouse. Ripple's political push is part of a wider industry-led effort to make crypto voices heard in the upcoming November elections. And guys, this is exactly what we need. We need voices to be heard because there's still politicians that think it's a scam. Now, I don't know if they think it's a scam because they've been bought and paid for and, they've been told to think it's a scam, or if they actually, truly, genuinely do think cryptocurrency is still not something that they're comfortable with 100%. So, this is part of the education process. This has been the most difficult thing, and Ripple has said this from the beginning. The education piece of this is not going to be easy. Luckily, we're getting closer and closer as time goes on. Mike Manfield here, guys, bringing this to our attention with regards to Ripple partner CurrencyCloud. So Ripple-enabled CurrencyCloud has selected Form 3 for confirmation of payee. This is part of their tech stack here. Form 3, the cloud-native account-to-account platform, today announced that CurrencyCloud, guys, a Ripple partner and also a Visa solution, which is also enabled by Ripple through Earthport, focused on simplifying businesses in a multi-currency world, has selected them to provide account verification technology to support confirmation of payee, or COP activity, designed to reduce fraud in the UK. This will enable CurrencyCloud's customers to verify account holder and payee details to provide fast and secure account verification. So, part of the verification process, that is obviously, very important when it comes to payments. The COP rules were launched by the payment system regulator to reduce certain types of accidentally misdirected payments and authorized push payment fraud in bank transfers. This is done by checking that the name on the recipient's account matches the details a payer has given to their bank. Mike Walters, Form 3 CEO, he did say today's partnership with CurrencyCloud demonstrates the value-added services that we can offer customers for fraud protection in addition to our core payment processing. Fraud will continue to be a big challenge in payments, so we have to respond to this by developing cutting-edge technologies to minimize fraudulent activity. This is our first engagement with CurrencyCloud, and we look forward to working with them in the future, or look forward to moving forward with them. So, CurrencyCloud, one of those legacy, it feels like they're almost like a legacy Ripple partner at this point, but because they have so many ties to other Ripple partners, like the Visa connection is a big one, we're going to probably get a lot more news coming from the CurrencyCloud camp. Anyway, wanted to thank Mike for posting that. Smoke here on Twitter, guys, bringing us the latest finally. As a result of the Financial Standards Board regulations passed in September of 2023, the true value of cryptocurrency will finally be revealed. What does this mean? New accounting rules make it more palatable for companies to allocate a portion of their treasuries to Bitcoin, as we've been seeing now. Right? That discovery here that Anthony Pompliano noticed that Semler Scientific, for example, has been purchasing and adding Bitcoin to their treasury reserve assets. This was originally voted on in September of 2023, and the vote was approved for new accounting standards for companies holding crypto assets. And guys, you know what this is going to mean? This is what this says. Okay, now crypto assets can be measured at their fair market value starting in late 2024. Fair market value. Does that mean that this is the end of speculation and, a lot of those cryptocurrencies that do not have value or that have very little value won't go up as much as some of the ones that do have value? Again, strategy is very important this bull run. I think a very different approach needs to be taken this time around when it comes to what cryptocurrencies are going to make the most sense moving forward. And they're saying it here, and they're even putting a date on it. Okay, the end of 2024, late 2024, will be likely at the top, or very close to the top of the bull run. I think, too, liquidity is going to be entering the market at that point. And, we're going to see certain cryptocurrencies like XRP, like the Algorand, like the VeChains, like the HBARs, even cryptocurrencies like Solana really kind of take the reins and run with it, maybe leaving some of those other strange cryptocurrencies behind, the meme coins. I don't know. This is a theory. Here's just another article just talking about this, the new rules for cryptocurrency, and how this vote is now going to have people step back and assess which cryptocurrencies have this fair market value, which cryptocurrencies are here to stay, which ones are going to be assessed, and which ones are going to be invested in. And at that point, the fair market value will be revealed. So what does that mean, guys, for cryptocurrencies like XRP? Here's another one from Smoke. In reality, crypto is more volatile to the upside than to the downside. This is something else, guys, we should be remembering for this crypto bull run. There's more volatility to the upside than to the downside, but negative perceptions continue to dominate the majority of mainstream crypto narratives. We got to cancel out the noise. Be sure to do that and just focus on making profits. When we do see cryptos rally hard, it feels good, right? And generally, we do see cryptocurrencies, they can move up 100% in 2-3 days in some cases. But we do have to make sure that we're staying focused, guys. Through the last 3 cycles dating back to 2012, the market capitalization of this asset class has surpassed prior all-time highs each time. So while the crypto market may be seen as volatile on the short-term horizon, the historical data shows that its long-term growth is consistent and significant. This is just a paper here, a document report from the Giving Block. But these crypto patterns, these bullish patterns, they are going to continue throughout 2024 and into 2025, especially if they're saying, cryptocurrencies and their true market value, they will definitely be revealed by late 2024 because we're going to have this real-world utility. Again, I guess I should state this. The point of this video is that all this is coming to fruition as the crypto regs are coming in, as we're going to likely see real-world utility by the end of 2024 and into 2025. The cryptos that have true value are going to shine, but also based on some technicals, how high could we see XRP go? As I mentioned earlier, Amonix here did post this chart, XRP to USD, but when we look at XRP to BTC, we actually see a different picture. Let me just bring that up real quickly here. XRP to BTC, guys, and I'm just going to bring up the chart. If you guys have been following me for a while, you probably are no stranger to this particular chart here where we've been taking a look at where XRP has been going compared to Bitcoin. And earlier on, I was talking about the RSI, relative strength index to Bitcoin. It's been going down. Now it's below this line, the lowest it has been in a very long time. And guys, we are basing now in this level of support that we saw back in 2020 and 2021. We are finding that level there. And we also even dipped down even lower right and around here in March of 2017 before XRP started its journey up to new all-time highs. So guys, what could we see next just based on, all this pent up demand for XRP. Well, if you take a look at the XRP to BTC chart and you take a look, I guess we got to come from the perspective that XRP will definitely do as well as it did in 2017, leading into 2018, when we did not have that lawsuit looming over us. So even just taking a look at what XRP did back then, I'm just going to take a bars pattern here. And, if we start liftoff fairly soon, this, we could even start to see this shoot up before. But even if I were to just take it from today, guys, today's prices, you can see here that the trend would, in fact, hit, butting up against resistance pretty closely against those 2018 values. But guys, today, you know what that would mean? Because we're actually starting at a higher price point here than we were from back then. If we went up, let's call it 2,200% from today, because that's what we would have to see. Okay, that's the kind of move we would have to see, 2,200% roughly, give or take. Let's bring up the XRP to BTC chart, and 2,200% would bring an XRP price compared to Bitcoin. Okay, that would bring it up in and around here, guys. And check this out. It's a thing of beauty sometimes when you take a look at these things. Right in between the 4.236 and 3.618, worth roughly $12.46 if we were to see these same moves play out on the XRP to BTC chart. And as we see new cryptocurrencies enter the fold into Wall Street, by the end of 2024, we are going to see cryptocurrencies measured in their fair market valuation. So how high will XRP go? I don't know. That's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.